All right, now to Egypt. Right now, thousands of protesters are in Cairo's Tahrir Square and outside the presidential palace. Look at these live pictures. Tremendous crowd there at nightfall. On one side, apparently angry protesters calling for Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi to resign. On the other, his supporters insisting that he stay. CNN's Reza Sayah joins me now live from Cairo. So, Reza, is there any way to tell who outnumbers who? The supporters or those against the president?
No, it wasn't even close. The opposition factions, the opponents of President Morsi, far outnumbered the supporters of President Morsi. If this was about who can put on the best demonstration, this was a knockout in favor of the opposition. What a night here in Cairo. These opponents of the president wanted to send out an emphatic message with a powerful show of force, and by all indications, they succeeded. Massive crowds, not just here where we are, outside the presidential palace, but across the street, across town in Cairo and cities throughout Egypt. Massive crowds, at least hundreds of thousands of people, probably millions, and you can see them cheering again as a military chopper goes above us. These demonstrations are part of a very effective campaign that started months ago with a petition drive calling on the president to step down, calling for new elections. The leaders of the campaign claim that they've gathered 22 million signatures. They say that's a world's record. If that's the case, that's 9 million more signatures than the president received votes last year to win the presidency, and the campaign's message is clear. They say, Mr. President, more Egyptians want you gone than they want you in. A short drive away from here, the president's supporters tried to put on a demonstration. It was a large crowd, but they were still outnumbered. Their position is the president was fairly and democratically elected. Let him finish out in his term, and in 3 years we'll have another election. But the opposition doesn't trust the president and his Islamist supporters, and that's why we have a face-off here. Both sides digging in, not backing down, Federica.
And Reza, a spokesperson for the president, actually appeared on state television. What was said?
He essentially restated the president's position that let's all unite based on democratic principles and refrain from violence. But now the question is, what's the opposition going to do? They've certainly outnumbered him in the streets, but their ultimate goal is to remove President Morsi. What do they intend to do after this? How can they get rid of him politically? That's still an unanswered question. Frederica?
All right, Reza Sayah, thanks so much from Cairo. Appreciate it. All right, here in the U.S.,